Hello, my name is Aaron Lakota, and I'm here at Jerry's Music Shop in South Hadley, Massachusetts today. And in this video I'm going to show you how to assemble the oboe. You want to make sure that the oboe case is in the correct position and that it's going to open the correct way. The latches of the case always open up, so be careful to make sure that's the case. So, if you notice, always open up. If they don't open up, the oboe will be upside down and it'll fall out of the case when you pick it up. Next, you'll want to take the bottom joint, which is called the bell, and the middle joint. In your left hand or your right hand, it really doesn't matter. If you're a righty, it might feel better in your left hand. If you're a lefty, it might feel better in your right hand. And you just want to make sure that you're not pushing against any of these keys up here. And generally, if you put your hand in the middle of the joint where the keys are here, you'll be fine. And with the bell, you're just going to shimmy this back and forth. Now you'll notice if it's too difficult, you can take cork grease, which is generally provided in your instruments when you get them, and you're just going to take a little bit of cork grease in your thumb, whatever finger, and just rub it on the cork here. Okay. Sometimes when you get a new instrument, you have to do this more than once the instrument's broken in. And then you're just going to line up the logo at the bottom there. Once you have the bell and the middle joint assembled, you take the top joint, and same idea. So if you take the top joint in your left hand, which is what I'm doing here, and you're just trying to avoid this second octave key here and this A flat key because they will bend, and you're just going to insert that tenon into the receiver and rock this back and forth. Now, depending on the oboe that you have, sometimes this trill linkage on the left side will catch. So you just want to be careful that you're not catching that against the other side, otherwise it will bend. Once the instrument's fully assembled, you just want to, looking at the instrument, so if I'm looking at the instrument like this, the left side, you're going to want to make sure that this is lined up perfectly. The final step in assembling the instrument is placing the reed into the reed well. In order to do this, you want to take the reed. You'll notice that it has a cork and then a cane side. So you want to be very mindful of the cane side because it is very fragile and it will break. So you want to make sure you don't hit it on clothing or the instrument itself. So if you take the reed, and again, it doesn't necessarily matter which hand it's in, you're just going to shimmy the reed into the reed well of the instrument. Now, if you take the oboe and look down at the reed, should be the top of the reed should be flat against the instrument. So from the playing position, this is what the reed should look like. When you disassemble the instrument, you want to take the reed out first and set it aside in your reed case. You should all have a reed case that you can put the reed in. And then you can take the instrument apart in the exact opposite order that you put it together in. You just want to make sure that you're not pushing against any of these side keys because they will bend. So if you take the instrument like this and put your hand here with the major keys and just shimmy it again back and forth until it's apart. And place the top joint in the case. And again, the bell, just shimmy it off from the middle joint. Place that in the case, and place the top joint in the case. You'll notice that oftentimes the instruments come with these tenon covers, so you can just place these back. The larger one goes on the middle joint, and the smaller one goes on the top joint. If you place the oboe in the wrong direction in the case, the top will not close. So don't force it. If you feel like you have to force the top closed, make sure that you put the oboe in the right direction within the case.